Hello and welcome. Today it's the Friday the 13th of May 2022. I'm standing at the Polish-Ukrainian border, and I know this live suddenly came up, no warning given whatsoever. Thing was, I didn't know when I'd get here. I was supposed to have been here 3 hours earlier, so it's just as well I didn't announce that there would be a live coming up. The reason I got here late was because the train turned up and I missed my connection. So anyway, what I'd like to do is to actually sort of give you an overview. I don't really want to actually walk down where there's lots of people and do that live, because there are things saying no photography. One company that's got a sign up is Leroy Merlin, and Leroy Merlin, and hello, is a company for which is being boycotted in various countries because it refused to close down its operations in Russia when everybody else did. And so anyway, they've got this Leroy Merlin Foundation, and they're trying to hand out stuff for kids and things like that. But they said very clearly no photography, and I can understand why, because that gets out into Russia, that they're handing out stuff here. Then that might cause their business there some problems. So, and anyway, so let's have a look around what we have got here. And so I'm going to turn the camera around because you don't really want to look at me. You'd much rather see what else is here to be seen. So it mightn't look very exciting up there. I think that's the railway line. Oh, sorry, I'll change this a bit. So, there we go. So it's not the gimbal isn't in the way. So I've got some toilets. And up here is it may not look actually like a border at all. Now, one thing you always get at borders is lots of sort of people doing various types of businesses, such as car parks, and you get shops selling the local stuff. You get money exchange places, and within usually about 500 meters you get a place to buy fuel. And I've never understood why you got a place to buy fuel within, say, 500 meters, because in countries where the fuel costs a lot more money. But that's the way it is. You'll see it yourself wherever you go. I bet it's the same on the US-Mexican border, although having said US fuel's cheap anyway. I'm trying to think of two countries which have. Turkey's got very high fuel costs. Well, I bet it's the same if you leave Iraq and drive into Turkey, because in Iraq the fuel's quite cheap. So I understand. Right, now what's different here, of course, is the huge amount of refugees which have come through. So you can see we've got these tents here. The cars on the other side, you might be able to see, we've got the car park here. That's on the Ukrainian side over there. So this is the European Union, this is NATO, and over the other side down there, that's not the European Union. And hello. I'm sorry, I can't see who's speaking because I can't see it's very dark at the moment. So it's not very dark, it's very bright, and the screen's dark, and I can't see what's happening on the screen. Anyway, so this is what it's like. So here, sort of peace and no problems at all. And where you see that green field over there, and then I'm not certain if that's in Poland or Ukraine, but the car park, I believe, over there is in Ukraine. And if I come down here, you can actually see they might be able to make out this is the green roof of the customs point. Indeed, I do believe that that green field over there is in Ukraine and not in Poland. So I think I can see border markers. I'm not certain about that. Now, we had a massive flood of refugees. Now I believe in Ukraine, it is approaching 12 million displaced people. 12 million. Just think how many that is. I mean, that's like 1.5 times the population of London. It's a huge amount. And many of these refugees pass through this very point here. This is Medica in Poland. And so the reason they came here is because of the railway lines. That's it largely. So this is where the rail lines come. Now the main road crossing is approximately 10 kilometers further to the north, and that's where the motorway on this side anyway, not so much of a motorway on the other side. But now, and so those who are actually so what would happen is here you get the train mainly to Pössl or to Medica, and to get it from Pössl you get a bus. It costs 5 zloty. The bus leaves you up there, so where that yellow thing is, and that's a well, no, a bit beyond that yellow thing. The bus stops there, then people just walk down here. Hello. And sorry, I can't. Hello, Wojtek. Sorry, I couldn't see who's here. And then people go in this direction. Now, what's here is there's many. Now, at the moment, this is really now very, very quiet. It's so you can see even in the bar here is open. I mean, we've got the money exchange place there, and so this looks like normal. But what this was like 3 months ago, for example, when this war started, you know, I mean, this horrendous accounts of people who would make 3 or 4 nights out in the open when there was snow, and you know, older people in many cases carrying just about everything they possessed, and they came through here. And what happened as a result of all these people coming through was that these organizations then started to help. So the IOM, the UN Migration Organization, and that doesn't actually just help refugees. I've got to point out the UN Migration Organization helped me getting when I got my residency in the wake of Brexit. So I got my permanent residency, and it was they assisted me. So that gives you an idea. We have various others. I'm going to be very careful because I don't want to start filming refugees. So it looks as though I'm treating them like animals or something like that. We can see these other places now. It's got so quiet now, as in fact there seems to be more people going back. Obviously it comes in waves, depends when the buses and the trains come in. It's not like there was previously. There was a constant stream of people because people were being sort of left at the other side by the buses and the trains and what have you, but the queues sort of just kept getting bigger and bigger. And right, so one thing offered here, for example, we've got these organizations which are giving food, so the food is all free. And so if you want to take the people when they come here, they have the rights to get fed and watered, and various types of assistance. And these come from various countries such as France, or there's EuraMobil, which we're not allowed to, it doesn't want us filming, so we won't film the EuraMobil at all because it does say very clearly no picture. So, and it also says there's no self-service, you can't just walk in there and help yourself. There's a number of Israeli tents. So Israel, for a tiny country, has really gone out of its way in providing assistance. And there's an interesting motorhome from there's a Fiat from the 1980s, late 80s. That van, it's with a Zurich number plate. We have the sort of Polish telecommunications companies handing out cards, but they're doing that everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And so some also, not only is there food, you got this fantastic choice of food here as well. And I must say, it's less though than it was when I was here the last time. So last month there was far more. Oh yeah, there's another. See, there's another giving free SIM cards to people. And so also you got a medical check. You got 24-hour. There's a doctor here. Now perhaps not so needed, but as the situation was here in February and March, medical assistance was very much required. And this here, I'm just going to point this one here. This is Humanity First, and they have the best tea I have ever drunk anywhere in my life. And I've had 5 cups of the stuff, and I'll probably spend the rest of the afternoon looking for a toilet. And we have some people here from the United Kingdom doing pizzas, and they've got a pizza van out now. They're going to be taking the pizza van to assist refugees in Ukraine, because in Ukraine, as I mentioned, the fact there's 12 million people in Ukraine who have been displaced, but from Ukraine. I mean, most of them are in Ukraine. I think now it's about 4.5 million have actually have left. Now, when people arrive here, so you've got all of these people. There you are, Привіт, which means hello, hi, and it says under PS, okay, postscriptum, we speak Ukrainian. And when I was here the last time, so the entrance, which is down here, there was somebody actually handing out chocolates. So they got through the customs control, which is up there, and immediately there were chocolates being handed out to people. So you can see this is a wonderful humanitarian effort by many people. So you've got the Polish Red Cross here, and others, which are from Israel and France. And finally, so when people actually come here, there is the border control. It's up there. You see where a massive queue of people there is now, and that's going into Ukraine. I'm going to be standing in the queue for EU citizens. Oh, sorry, this is the Polish bit, and the Ukrainian side doesn't do that because I have got EU residency. So that gives you an idea of what it's like here entering Poland, and so you can see the magnificent amount of assistance that's been given by many organizations. So anyway, so that's the end of this live, and thanks very much for watching. I hope you found that of interest. I'd have responded to questions had there been any, but there wasn't, and I realized that I don't normally just do something like this off the cuff, but I'm now heading into Ukraine, and no doubt I shall upload things from there. Other than that, there will be a motorhome video every day at 21:15 Central European time, my time, 20:15 in the UK, and all sorts of other times, other places. Thanks very much for being here and watching. I hope you found that of interest.